Back to it. So like I said, back then that was like the beginning of my true beautiful reject story. Grinder. I was hiding the portables. I was like, man, I'm the only one with friends. I was so ashamed. But this is my testimony now, because now I know who I am. I've grown into myself. I know who God has called me to be. So I'm not ashamed anymore if I have to eat by myself. But matter of fact, I'm quite comfortable, because I rather eat by myself than to eat around some funny acting people, girls or boys. Because I've been bullied. Not bullied. I've been yeah, I have been bullied, but I have been like, people have tried to fight me that were boys too. Like, I've had 2 or 3 boys try to fight me alone. It wasn't just girls. Like, boys can be bullies too. I've had advisors in HBCUs that have been bullies, that have talked about me and my mom. Like, what she come here for? Oh, she don't need to come here. And blah, blah, blah. Who she thinks she is, right there. And they knew I was still in the office. So it can be grown-ups that be out of place. It can be boys that shouldn't be trying to fight one boy, Jamar, at Jarvis Christian College, he tried to fight me once, and I was gonna knock him out, but I was fasting. I wasn't trying to do that, I wasn't trying to put him down. I wasn't trying to embarrass him. Little toy soldiers out here, fake toy soldiers. And then later on, he tried to fight me again, right before I didn't even know I was gonna have to leave the school, but that wasn't why I had to leave. Dr. Duncan, lay with all that makeup and weave, but you're still hating on me. I'm going to do a song about all the advisors. Right after I graduated college, I've had a hard time with Dr. Heath, Dr. Young, Dr. Brown, Texas College, Dr. Duncan, Jarvis Christian College. Don't think you got away with it, because I'm going to do a song on y'all. And if I ever make success, that song is going to be a hit. I should let you know. And these same students, these boys that try to fight females because they jealous of you, or I don't know if it's because whatever, they can't sleep with you, they know you different. And all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, these same people be all up in the advisor's office, and all these teachers or whatever, they all up in their face. I'm like, did you see the video? We was right in front of the camera where this same boy was trying to fight a female, and you all up in here kicking it goo goo gaga. Is this really what y'all represent? Like, this is ridiculous. Y'all should teach a young man. A young man is a punk if he trying to hit a female, and he already about 4 feet tall. You know what I'm saying? I might send him out the window. Either way, it don't matter. A boy shouldn't hit a girl. I've had other guys that were taller at Jarvis and Texas College try to get hype with me, try to get buck because they're jealous, because they don't understand you, because they know that you're different for whatever reason. So bullies come in all shapes and forms. They don't discriminate because you a girl, because you shorter, because blah, blah, blah. If they got some type of ignorant mentality, then they just let it fly. So, but you guys that are going through what I may have gone through, if anybody, you have to stay strong. You have to be strong. You can't let nobody break you. You can't let words break you. You can't be a punk. You got to be strong. I didn't get strong until I hit about, I think, probably my junior year of high school. Then I really was done with it all. Maybe even the ending of my sophomore, I had to get strong. I couldn't be no scary cat no more. You got to stand up to girls and boys, because I would have girls come at me all the time. Come, excuse me one more. Mother. I would have girls come at me all the time, and if you scary, they gonna eat you. They gonna make your life miserable. So you gotta be strong. And for those of you that are weak in the area, you gotta pray that God gives you courage, strength, bravery. You gotta toughen up, especially in the urban sorority. You gotta be tough. You can't be weak. You can't be. So you gotta pray. God will give you courage. He will make you stronger. With me, it took some time, but I got strong. Then I started just sometimes we kind of get in arguments with different girls. They would come at me, and then the dude was like, you got to control yourself. So I have to learn how to balance it out, so I wouldn't make myself look ugly because people are treating me ugly. So you got to learn how to balance it, but you do have to be strong. The way you do that is you pray, you get in the word of God, and you ask God for courage and strength while you walk in this journey. While you walking through the valley of the shadow of death, fear no evil, because God is with you. If you don't know Jesus, get to know him. Read the Bible. Read Acts 2 and 38. Don't matter if you want to read King James or the New International Version, but read it. The word is the same. It's just in different translations. His word don't change. He's the same today, yesterday, today, and forevermore. He will give you whatever you need. Strength, courage. He will give you the right friends. I don't care how long it takes. It's taking a long time for me. I met some good associates, but I still haven't met the right friends. But they gonna come. The right husband. I'm 24 years being abstinent, being a virgin. He ain't came yet, but he's gonna come. So I want to encourage you, whether you guys are a virgin or not, whether you've been hurt or not, whether you've been raped, whether you've been abused, backstabbed, you've been kicked out. I don't know whatever your testimony is, whatever you're struggling with, even if you're struggling with whatever type of sin. I don't care if whatever the sin is, that ain't worth you killing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you're struggling with, it's not worth you killing, because God still loves you. He knows the real you. He can take whatever's not right out of you and make you better, make you who he has called you to be, whatever it is, no matter what it is, Okay, so now back to so I told you guys about Grindr, how I used to hide in the portable so I'd be by myself out there. Same thing at Booker T. After those friends dissed me again, I would hide in the, sometimes I would hide in the bathroom to eat my food, but then I stopped. I started going to the library. So for those of you who are going through and it's like you uncomfortable, you can go to the library, you can read. If you want to be a geek, because I was a geek, but I had swag. I had my own style, so it was cool. But it was like all mixed up in there together. But if you don't, you know, you might have to get out there. Be strong. If you got to stand alone, be strong. You got to be a lone ranger. And I found that when I was in 9th grade at Arts Magnet, I wrote a poem. I got into poetry in high school called Lone Ranger. Okay, y'all look that up. I don't know what she gave me a medal for it. And I found that I was like a cowgirl walking alone, like a cowboy, like they be tough and they be walking by themselves sometimes. But you tough when you can stand alone. And when you can, and you have to learn how to work with people. That was one of my issues. I feel like people be always be acting funny, so I would just rather be by myself because they be acting funny if we together. And I had to learn, you got to still work with people. God will give you, give you everything you need to know how to work with people, even when people are wrong or treat you wrong. So you have to know how to work with people, and you got to know how to stand alone. So ask God to help you to do that if that's something that you're going through, like what I have experienced. And I would often, for lunch, I go take my food. Sometimes I just take my food and put it in the backpack, eat in the library. That was my geek reject story. I'm not saying you got to do all that, but that's what I did. Or sometimes I eat in the caf, then I go to the library. And so at an art school, everybody wasn't bad, but some people were very stuck up. I would open the door, they wouldn't say nothing. Some of my own sisters would give me a hard time, but not as much as probably would have been if I would have went to a straight up hood school. Like, I don't know, like Kimball or something like that. It probably would have been a lot worse. I could be myself more at art school, but the thing I didn't like was sin was so rapid at an art school. Because it's an art school, they say if you go to a regular school, you be bullied. And I don't know, let me get this straight. Because even if you are gay, I don't believe in bullying or making nobody feel bad, because that's something that God has to take out of you. At first, you got to want him to take it out of you. So I don't believe in bullying no matter what the case. That's not me. I show love to everybody. I don't stand for it, but I go on about my way, or they know what I stand for, and that's it. And if somebody comes to me, I'm going to talk to them in a loving way and still tell them the word of God. But it's their choice how they live their life. But if you got to want to be changed, if you are homosexual, for that right there. And at an art school, that's very rapid, and they kind of bash God or kind of make jokes, because that's kind of what they do in Hollywood too. And I wasn't with that, so I got tired of that. Plus, they didn't have enough straight guys or enough cute guys, so I wanted to go to my home school. And my home school was Duncanville, because I lived out 8125 Clark Road, right up the street from Duncanville and River Mall. So I went to Duncanville, man, and I loved Duncanville. Cute guys they were like right there. They were like, oh my goodness, he's really cute. And they were really, can you please, mama, you are doing a lot. She's barking, please. You're just doing the moves. They were cute, and I like this one guy, but a lot of times guys would look at me and they might be feeling me too, but they didn't know how to talk to me, so forget all of y'all. But y'all, stay encouraged, because God will have the right man for you and everything like that. That's a little bit about mine. And like I said, when I do graduate, I'm going to tell y'all more about my college story, because my college story is really deep. I feel like my life is a Lifetime movie or something. And I got so many songs out here to talk about my different experiences. And what I found a lot of times, I found this out at Jarvis. Well, I was watching Joyce Myers. I love Joyce Myers. She was saying how sometimes you be mad at your enemies, but your enemies are making you a better person. Like, they're helping you. And at that time, this one young lady she just seemed like she had some issues, and I was getting tired of it. And I can recall a time even back in college when I was eating, and this chick just came up to me and just knocked my plate right out my hand. And she wouldn't let my food, so she took mine out, so I took hers out, and then she just knocked my plate out. But it was her, like she already had something against me. And that same day, though, later on, I won that pageant, and that was nobody but God, because it was in my mind that no matter how hard I try or what I do, even if it's good, they're not gonna give me something, even if I did better, even if I did good, because they got something against me. But God was showing me, if God before you, who can be against you? And He's still showing me that even in my journey in college, because I've had haters that have been 50 and 60 years old, so-called Christians in advisor offices working against me. So my whole life is a testimony. You know, my whole life is a story. My whole life is something that hopefully can encourage somebody. I felt like I was the only one for so many years. Like, nobody else is this weird. Like, even geeks have friends, and I didn't have no true friends. Everybody kept turning on me. But God was making me. He was showing me so that someday I could stand before the world and encourage people. Or stand before Atlanta or different cities or whatever I am, encourage somebody. That I don't care what you've been through. What you've been raped, you've been beaten, you've been kicked out, your mama left you, your mama dead. I don't know what you went through, but that you can make it, that you have to be strong, that God has a purpose. That's why he created you. I don't care how you was conceived. I don't care if it was through rape, if it was through outside of me. I don't care. He has a purpose for you. It's just the fact that you are human means that God has a purpose for you. Now, what you